Hello, everyone. What's really holding us back from prospering? It's not challenging circumstances, a lack of opportunities, or even the government. The real barrier is our mindset. According to Carol S. Dweck, a renowned psychologist and creator of the growth mindset theory, the secret to success isn't about what happens around us, but how we view and respond to those situations. Those who believe in their ability to grow and see challenges as opportunities are the ones who truly transform their lives in lasting ways. Prosperity starts with an internal shift. It's not about waiting for the world to change around us, but about letting go of a fixed mindset and embracing a new perspective, one that sees challenges as opportunities in disguise, ready to push us further. Real transformation happens when we stop looking for quick external fixes and start reshaping our mindset. Now is the time to awaken the power within us, using effort and determination to carve the path to success. One of the greatest enemies of prosperity is the victim mentality, the mistaken belief that external factors like the government, the economy, or other people determine our fate. When someone sees themselves as a victim of circumstances, they adopt a fixed mindset that halts growth and blocks progress. Prosperity becomes possible only when we take full responsibility for our path, recognizing that, in many cases, our limitations stem from a lack of confidence in our own worth and abilities. According to Carol S. Dweck, prosperity goes far beyond accumulating material things or achieving superficial goals. It's an internal attitude of valuing continuous learning, effort, and overcoming challenges. The growth mindset teaches us that our skills can be developed and improved, and this belief moves us towards success. When we believe we can get better, we start seeing difficulties as chances to find solutions, turning adversity into stepping stones toward a more prosperous future. Many people who have experienced hardship often attribute their failures to external factors like economic crises or a lack of opportunities. However, Dweck challenges us to see that in reality, this is an internal crisis, a crisis of identity and self-worth. True prosperity begins when we leave behind the fixed mindset that blames others and take control of our growth. For Dweck, the greatest crisis is not believing in our own potential to grow and adapt to circumstances. There are also those who view money as something morally questionable or believe the system is rigged against their success. This mindset creates invisible barriers that block any chance of prosperity. Prosperity cannot exist alongside this negative outlook, as it creates a conflict between the desire to grow and the belief that growth is either impossible or wrong. By adopting a growth mindset, we change our relationship with success and money, understanding that money is not an end but a tool to expand our opportunities and positively impact the lives of those around us. Carol S. Dweck teaches us that true prosperity starts in the mind. A scarcity mindset, which sees the world as limited in opportunities, traps us in a cycle of limitations and frustrations. This narrow view makes us believe that success is reserved for a few and that prosperity is an inaccessible privilege. However, Dweck argues that prosperity isn't about luck or circumstances. It's about the willingness to invest in yourself, whether through education, skill development, or building new habits. Those who only seek what is free or easy, without investing in their own growth, end up limiting their potential. Dweck emphasizes that growth doesn't come from shortcuts, but from a continuous commitment to learning and self-improvement. She challenges the idea that there's a fixed amount of success in the world, encouraging people to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, not as insurmountable barriers. According to Dweck, prosperity is not a destination you reach through magic formulas or quick fixes. It's the result of a growth mindset that turns difficulties into stepping stones toward success. When we shift our focus from what we lack to what we can create, we open the door to new possibilities. The key question changes from, "What am I missing?" to, "How can I grow with what I have?" This shift in perspective allows us to see the world as dynamic, realizing that we are the ones responsible for shaping our reality through continuous effort and adaptation. Dweck explains that those who prosper are the ones who embrace failure as part of the process of evolution, not as an endpoint. They see challenges as opportunities to learn and innovate, viewing failure as a necessary lesson to reach even higher levels of success. This approach not only paves the way for financial prosperity, but also opens doors to a life rich with meaning, achievement, and happiness. For Dweck, prosperity goes beyond accumulating material wealth. It's deeply connected to our ability to expand our vision of ourselves, develop healthy relationships, improve our mental and physical health, and cultivate a creative and authentic life. Those who believe in their potential to grow can transform not only their finances, but every area of their life, creating a continuous cycle of expansion and evolution. Dweck also challenges us to confront a limiting belief many of us hold, that success depends on external factors and that the world is somehow working against us. She reminds us that true prosperity is a direct result of the mindset we choose to adopt. If we believe we are victims of our circumstances, we will remain trapped in a fixed mindset that limits our potential. But if we choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation, we can constantly reinvent ourselves and evolve. Another key point Dweck raises is that prosperity requires deliberate action and effort. Facing challenges isn't optional on the path to success, it's a necessary part of the process. Those with a growth mindset don't wait for opportunities to fall into their lap. They create them. Instead of shrinking their dreams and adjusting their goals to fit within perceived limitations, they explore new ideas, develop skills, and expand their abilities, opening doors that once seemed out of reach. This desire to create and innovate is what sets apart those who prosper from those who remain stuck in a scarcity mindset. The energy we put into our growth directly affects the results we achieve. If all our efforts are focused solely on saving or shrinking our lives to fit within limitations, we end up restricting ourselves. Prosperity, according to Dweck, doesn't come from cutting back or shrinking our dreams, but from expanding our vision of what's possible. True prosperity lies in investing in ourselves, in our ideas, and in our potential. Personal and professional growth is driven by the desire to increase our income, skills, and impact on the world. When we adopt an expansive mindset, we begin to see money and success not as ends in themselves, but as tools that allow us to create a legacy, impact the lives of others, and achieve a balanced, fulfilling life. Prosperity, therefore, is the reflection of a mind that refuses to be limited and constantly chooses to grow, learn, and create. In the end, Carol S. Dweck reminds us that the key to prosperity lies within us. It's a daily choice to embrace the unlimited potential we all have to reinvent ourselves and grow, or to cling to limiting beliefs that restrict our success. The power of the growth mindset is that by transforming our thoughts, we transform our reality. By letting go of self-imposed barriers, we make room for a life full of abundance, meaning, and lasting achievements. Prosperity goes far beyond financial gain. According to Carol S. Dweck, a truly prosperous life is marked by balance across all areas: health, relationships, purpose, and finances. These pillars are interconnected and strengthen one another. Genuine prosperity is only achieved when there is harmony between these areas, as financial prosperity without health or meaningful relationships becomes empty. Likewise, health without a sense of purpose or relationships without personal growth leave gaps that prevent a full life. The key to thriving, in a complete sense, is to nurture each of these areas so that they complement and strengthen one another. Carol Dweck emphasizes that the first step towards success is personal responsibility. Adopting the mindset that external factors, like crises or other people, are responsible for our failures traps us in a victim mentality, creating a mental prison that blocks progress. As long as we blame external forces for our obstacles, we continue to give away our power to change. However, when we decide to take full responsibility for our lives, everything shifts. We start to realize that, while we can't control all the circumstances around us, we have the power to control our responses and, more importantly, the ability to shape our own reality. This is when prosperity begins to flow naturally, when we are no longer at the mercy of external forces, but become the creators of our own destiny. Another crucial aspect of prosperity is self-awareness. Many times, The goals we pursue are imposed by society, family, or external pressures and are not aligned with our true desires. When there is a disconnect between what we do and what we truly want, we face frustration and dissatisfaction. Carol Dweck teaches us that true prosperity is only possible when we live in alignment with who we truly are. Self-awareness is an ongoing process, and successful people are always seeking to better understand themselves, their goals, and their values. This alignment between inner desires and outer actions makes the path to prosperity clearer and more accessible, allowing life to flow with greater purpose and meaning. The growth mindset, as emphasized by Dweck, is the central pillar of a prosperous life. People who thrive never settle for what they've already achieved. They are always seeking improvement and innovation, understanding that growth is a never-ending process. Even after success, these individuals remain open to learning and challenges, recognizing that true success isn't just about reaching a goal, but about continuing to evolve. For them, failures are disguised opportunities, stepping stones to even greater heights, and this ability to learn from setbacks is what sets them apart from those who merely survive. Prosperity, according to Dweck, is a state of constant expansion. It's not a final destination, but a dynamic journey where each obstacle we overcome makes us stronger and more prepared for the challenges to come. Prosperous people are flexible and resilient, able to adapt and create new opportunities even in tough times. They understand that prosperity doesn't happen by chance, but is the direct result of a mindset that embraces continuous growth, innovation, and the ability to reinvent oneself when needed. Self-awareness plays a fundamental role in this journey. Without a clear understanding of who we are and what we truly desire, we risk chasing goals that won't bring us fulfillment in the end. Dweck reminds us that authentic prosperity is rooted in life purpose. When we live in alignment with our values, passions, and principles, prosperity becomes a natural result of that alignment. The key is understanding that prosperity is not something we seek externally, but something we build internally by deeply connecting with our true purpose. Ultimately, the growth mindset teaches us that success and prosperity are not static. They evolve over time as we grow and adapt to new circumstances in life. Those who understand this not only prosper financially but also experience a life filled with meaning, balance, and fulfillment. As Dweck highlights, prosperity is living expansively, always open to new experiences, innovation, and continuous learning. It's a journey where every step, every challenge, is an opportunity to become the best version of ourselves. Those who have clarity about their life's purpose know exactly where to focus their energy and efforts. They don't waste time chasing goals that aren't aligned with their core values, which keeps them focused and motivated, even in the face of difficulties. Self-awareness gives us the ability to say no to what doesn't serve our purpose, and yes to the opportunities that truly bring us closer to our life goals. As Carol S. Dweck states, success is the result of a synergy between self-awareness and a growth mindset. The key is aligning who we are with what we want, and that is only possible when we commit to knowing ourselves deeply. Dweck shows us that prosperity isn't something that just happens to some people. It's the result of conscious choices, of a mindset that values learning, growth, and overcoming challenges. When we let go of a fixed mindset, the belief that our talents and abilities are limited, and embrace the idea that we can continuously learn and evolve, we begin to create a life of abundance in every way. Prosperity isn't just about making more money. It's about living a life full of purpose, cultivating meaningful relationships, and maintaining vibrant, balanced health. Taking responsibility for our lives is a crucial step in this journey. When we seek self-awareness and adopt an expansive mindset, we open the door to limitless prosperity. This journey requires effort, commitment, and most importantly, a deep belief that we are capable of achieving far more than we ever imagined. The great truth, as Dweck teaches, is that this ability is available to everyone. Anyone who is willing to change their way of thinking and embrace the transformative power of the growth mindset can access it. The environment we live in and the people we surround ourselves with play a fundamental role in shaping our prosperity mindset. As Dweck emphasizes, the context we place ourselves in can either propel us towards success or trap us in cycles of stagnation. Thriving requires intentionality in creating an environment that supports growth. This means carefully filtering what we consume, whether on social media, the news, or everyday conversations, and most importantly, wisely choosing the people we interact with. Toxic or negative relationships can erode our confidence, while being surrounded by people with a growth mindset can inspire us to dream bigger, step out of our comfort zone, and transform our reality. Being around people who believe in personal growth and are committed to progress creates a virtuous cycle of positive energy. These individuals not only support us but challenge us to go beyond our limits, explore new horizons, and become stronger and more refined versions of ourselves. Thriving is also about nurturing healthy, productive relationships where inspiration and encouragement flow naturally. These relationships give us the fuel we need to keep growing and facing the challenges that arise along the way. Another crucial aspect, as Dweck highlights, is the power of gratitude. Gratitude is a fundamental practice for cultivating a mindset of abundance. When we are able to recognize and appreciate what we already have, whether it's our achievements, the progress we've made, or even the small steps toward growth, we create a solid foundation of contentment and resilience. Gratitude is not just about being thankful for what we have, but about understanding that by focusing on what we've already achieved, we attract even more prosperity into our lives. This puts us in an elevated emotional state, making us more resilient and ready to face challenges with an optimistic outlook and openness to new opportunities. Finally, Dweck reminds us that prosperity is more than external results. It's an ongoing internal journey. Those who thrive are the ones who learn to appreciate not just the big milestones, but also the small victories along the way. Prosperity in this context is not a final destination to be reached, but a dynamic journey of constant expansion and growth. By adopting this growth mindset, aligned with a deep sense of purpose and gratitude, we open the doors to a life rich in meaning, achievements, and abundance in all areas. By integrating gratitude into our daily lives, we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance. This change allows us to see possibilities and opportunities where we once only saw obstacles. Carol S. Dweck teaches us that prosperity isn't just about material gains, it's deeply tied to a mindset that constantly seeks to make the most of the resources already within our reach. This mindset is the true engine of transformation. True transformation, therefore, begins in the mind. When we adopt the growth mindset, following Dweck's principles, we begin to break down the internal barriers that keep us stuck in stagnation and a scarcity mentality. Life, which once seemed like a series of insurmountable obstacles, becomes a fertile ground for learning and evolution. Each challenge stops being a blockage and becomes an opportunity for growth, a step to expand our horizons and potential. The first and most crucial step in this journey is taking responsibility for our own prosperity. By doing so, we take the reins of our lives and realize that as long as we depend on external factors to define our success, we will remain prisoners of circumstances. The key to real power isn't in what's outside of us, but in what we cultivate within. How we develop our thoughts, how we perceive the situations we face, and most importantly, how we create an environment that nurtures our ability to grow. Dweck emphasizes that the environment we place ourselves in plays a crucial role in our growth. Being surrounded by people who share a growth mindset and challenge us to step out of our comfort zone pushes us to aim higher and dream bigger. On the other hand, surrounding ourselves with negativity or relationships that limit our potential can sabotage our progress. The journey to prosperity requires us to be selective and intentional with what we consume, whether it's content, energy, or relationships. All of this has the power to shape our mindset. However, the journey to prosperity isn't defined by big gestures, but by small and powerful daily choices. Cultivating gratitude, taking responsibility for our lives, and creating an environment that fosters growth are practices that shape the path to a life of abundance. The mindset we choose to adopt today will be the fertile ground for the fruits we harvest tomorrow. As Dweck reminds us, the key to success has always been and always will be in our hands. Prosperity is more than a goal. It's an ongoing journey of self-discovery, overcoming challenges and growth. Those who understand this thrive in all areas of life, not just materially, but in health, relationships, and purpose. The full life we all seek begins with the decision to cultivate an expansive mindset, and the good news is that this change is available to everyone. Now take a moment to reflect. How are you shaping your mindset? Are you surrounded by people who encourage your growth or who limit your possibilities? What small changes can you make today to move closer to the prosperity you desire? Adopting a growth mindset doesn't just transform your results, it transforms your perception of what's possible. Thank you for following this journey, and I hope these reflections have been inspiring to you. If these words resonated with you, share them with someone who might also need a push to grow. Remember, the power to shape your future is in your hands. Shall we walk this path of continuous growth and unlimited prosperity together? The future is shaped by the choices we make today, and you have the power to choose a life of abundance, self-awareness, and constant evolution.